What is up, guys? It's your coach of the Houston Hardens, Ashley, coming at you live with our Week 5 matchup of the UBLN's first season against the Miami Magnezones and their coach, Grahamiscool. So Graham is one of my good friends from back before high school. I've been playing Pokemon with Graham for a really long time, but we've always played together and never really against each other competitively. We've done VGC and things like that, but neither of us really ever had a match where we both prepped and went in prepared to take on the other one. So I know we were both really excited for this matchup and that we got to play each other in this league. So I prepped really hard for this game. The main plan for my team was to get Clefable in, set up Stealth Rocks, and then allow Zygarde to get up a Dragon Dance and sweep through the team with Outrage, because his only Fairy-type Pokemon is Gardevoir, and I didn't feel like it matched up very well against my team. As you can see, because I brought him on top. I never bring him on top unless I feel like their Psychic types aren't coming, because Hitmontop is not very fast and it's definitely weak to a lot of the strong psychic type mons you see in draft league formats. But I didn't expect him to bring Gardevoir, because it's just regular Gardevoir, no Mega. And then I brought a very fast Thunderous set that would come through and sweep up everything. Basically, it had Gigavolt, Havoc, Z-Move, Dark Pulse, Hidden Power Ice, I think, and Nasty Plot. So it was ready to come in at the very end of the game and try and sweep through. Hitmontop was a defensive set, running Assault Vest with just a bunch of different coverage moves. I had Virizion there, mainly to wall Keldeo. Hitmontop was there because Keldeo's Secret Sword could 2-hit KO Virizion regardless of what I did. So I needed something that could take predicted Secret Sword switch in, so I brought him on top. And I have Virizion to wall Keldeo in every other sense, because I felt Keldeo could really tear through my team if it wanted to. But I knew how to get Stealth Rocks up, because as you can see, he has Dragonite and Volcarona. I brought Unaware Clefable because he has so many different setup mons. I know he likes to do Cotton Spore and Calm Mind, crazy stuff with his Mega Ampharos. He's got Quiver Dance on Volcarona. He's got Dragon Dance, Dragonite. He has all sorts of crazy options, and I just felt like I needed to get the Stealth Rocks up. And his only defogger on his entire team is Shiftry, so I had definite answers for Shiftry and Arcanine and Virizion with the close combat, as well as Thundurus having HP Ice, and I had Flamethrower on Clefable. So I was very dead set on making sure that I got my rocks up and that he did not defog them away. So I guess that's enough talking about it. Without further ado, we'll just go ahead and pop into the match here and see how things shook out. So he led Mamoswine and I led Clefable, because obviously, as I said, I needed to get the Stealth Rocks up immediately, and since he didn't have Metagross, nothing on his team really pressured me out or, denied me rocks. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Stealth Rocks up here as he switches into Dragonite. Now I decided to fire off a Moonblast here because I don't think there's really anything he can do to me, and if I can break that multi-scale, that's very important, because the rocks were very essential. So I fire off the Moonblast, and it turns out he's Weakness Policy. Thank God I ran Unaware, because if I had not run Unaware, this would be very different. He fires off a Fire Punch, and because of Unaware, it doesn't really do a whole lot of damage, and I'm going to fire off the second Moonblast and get Clefable a kill and go up in this match 6-5. So off to the jump, really got rid of one of his very scary sweepers. So out comes the Keldeo, and while I'm fairly certain that Clefable could have tanked anything, it had special defense investment, I'm just going to make the safe play and switch out into Snooty Boots to Virizion. So Virizion, it misses the Hydro Pump, but based on my calcs, Hydro Pump was doing a maximum of 18% anyway, so I don't think it really made that big of a difference. But here I predict him to go into the Shiftry or the Mamoswine or something, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit the Superpower and knock that boy out, which is very nice, because now my rocks are up here to stay, and because he knows that, he's going to go into his Volcarona here and try and take out this Virizion. Now, I'm very specially invested. Virizion has a fantastic special defense, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the taunt, because I do know I'm faster than uninvested Volcarona. I sped crept it a little bit. He's going to fire off the Fiery Dance, which definitely does a lot of damage, but it's not ridiculous. So now that I know I'm faster and he's taunted and he can't get faster, I'm going to go ahead and set up the Light Screen. Now he goes for the Fire AMZ, which I thought for sure would take me out, but because of the Light Screen, I live on 14%. So yeah, it's possible that the Hydro Pump earlier from Keldeo could have knocked out the Virizion right there, but I think it was a bunch of rolls and things like that, so I'm not sure it mattered all that much. Here I decided to go into my Zygarde, because I know that since he's still taunted, he can't Quiver Dance or do anything like that to me, so I'm going to go ahead and So I know he wasn't going to Quiver Dance that turn, so I could switch into Zygarde safely. So here I'm going to go ahead and hit the Dragon Dance, knowing he's probably going to Quiver Dance. He can't really do as much damage to me as he's just shown through the light screen, so he thinks that he needs to set up to beat me. But if I, hit a Dragon Dance, I outspeed him. So I'm going to go ahead and hit 1,000 arrows and claim my first kill with Zygarde of the match, which is super exciting because I love Zygarde. It was my first pick, and I'm super happy with how it's gone out. Now here, fearing the Ice Shard, I'm going to go out into Hitmontop to get the Intimidate off and tank the Ice Shard because I do have physical defense investment, as I said, to live the Keldeo Seeker Sword. Now, that Ice Shard doesn't do a ton of damage, but I am pretty scared of this Mamoswine because that Ice Shard does a lot of work to both of my sweepers, being Zygarde and Thundurus. Here, I can't remember what I'm going for exactly. I think I might just go for an Earthquake, possibly. Yes, I do. I'll go for the Earthquake. Sorry. Now, here I actually make a little bit of a misplay and go for the Sucker Punch. The attack boost doesn't matter because he is a special attacking variant and the Hydro Pump missed, so all in all it wasn't a loss. But had I gotten the Earthquake there, I might have been able to knock out Keldeo after this next turn, because here it goes in for the Hydro Pump and connects, and I get the Earthquake damage off and leave it at 13%. So had I Earthquake there, I could have knocked out the Keldeo with Hitmontop, but I kind of prided myself by going into the Virizion, sacking it off. If he had missed, I would just be able to get off an attack basically on anything that wanted to come in. So that was a net zero play, or a no drawback play. So, but he connects and it sacks off, and that's no big deal because now I can go into my Zygarde, hit extreme speed to pick off this Keldeo, and go ahead and give me another kill. So Zygarde is doing pretty much everything that I wanted it to this game, and based on what he has left, I don't really see myself having to set up a Dragon Dance. I'm going to go for the Outrage here on the Ampharos, and then all he has left is the Ampharos and the Mamoswine. So potentially if the Mamoswine comes in after I knock out this Ampharos, I would definitely switch out, but because I have the options to switch into, obviously. But here, you're going to see here, after he goes for the Protect, he's going to go into Mamoswine, I guess hoping that it would live the Outrage. Or, actually, no, I'm sorry. I talked to him after the game, and he said that what he was trying to do here was get me confused by Outrage so that I might hit myself, because he said that was his only win con at this point, because Mega Ampharos' speed is abysmal. But I do have a Lumberry, unfortunately for him, so had I gotten confused, I would have just popped right at it and gotten to hit Outrage again. But as you can see from here, we're going to go ahead and get a clean 5-0 victory over grahamiscool and the Miami Magnezones. I'm very happy with how my prep worked out. Something this season that's really been giving me trouble is learning how to prep for draft leagues and allowing myself to play carelessly when ahead. I'll get in a Pokemon and it gets a kill, and I look at the rest of his Pokemon and I'm like, oh, I can sweep if I just break through this, and then I try and break through whatever. Like in this game earlier on, had I left in the Zygarde on the Mamoswine and then let him get the Ice Shard off, things like that. I think I played very smart in this game, methodical almost, and really kept it in control the entire time. I was really scared of his team, and had any part of my plan that I set gone wrong, I'm pretty sure that he could have absolutely wrecked my team, because he's a great player. He plays very well, plays smart. Even in this game, he played really smart, and I don't know, I'm just really happy with the win. It puts me at 2-2 in the league with a 0 differential. So after getting 6-0'd in the first week, we are back to being 0 differential. It feels really good. But anyway, thank y'all for coming by and watching my video. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you would like to see my kind of videos and stuff like that in the future. Also, I would like to say, if you got anything you want to tell me comment wise, definitely leave that down in the comments. That's what they're for. I know that sounds weird, but this is one of my first layouts I've ever made that I'm really happy with and really proud of. So let me know what you think about the layout, let me know what you think about the logo, let me know what you think about the way that the mons are put on here. Like, if you would rather, like, if sometimes I feel like a lot of the movement around here gets a little bit busy, like especially at the beginning of a game. Like here, if we pop back into the reset, like all the different mons moving around at the same time is kind of distracting, so it may be a little bit hard to focus when I'm talking at the beginning of a video. Let me know stuff like that. It's stuff I think about, but I can never really know if it's working or not if you don't tell me. So anyway, peace out, y'all. I appreciate you stopping by.